Do you have any doubts from the previous classes? Do you have any doubts from the previous classes? Please ask me. Put in the chat box. I will take that questions. Yesterday I gave exercise 1.2 problems. Are you completed? Are you completed? That exercise 1.2. Yes. Is really everyone completed, ma? Once somebody asked me for something, once draw. Once again, please post the question. Yes. Root 11 on number line. Okay. Somebody asked me once explain, locate square root 11 on the number line. Well, okay, I will explain this question. More any questions? Good morning, Lakshmi Kartika. Okay. Still those who have more any doubts, ma, from exercise 1.2 or else you have any other doubts from the concept? No. Okay. So locate root 11 on the number line. Yes. Listen all of you. Now I am going to share my screen. Locate root 11 problem on the number line. Okay, ma? Today's class, locate root 11 on the number line. So this is the topic which we are discussing from last 3-4 days onwards. What is the topic? Representing irrational numbers on the number line, right? So today you have a doubt on root 11. Okay. Let us see first how we are going to approach this problem. 11. The value n is given now. Is given that n value is 11. Is it possible this value n is writing the sum of two perfect squares or not? So 11 cannot write the sum of two perfect squares. So when it is not possible to write the sum of two perfect squares, we'll go for the rule n minus 1, 11 minus 1, which is 10. Right? When it is not possible to write the sum of two perfect squares, we'll go for the rule n minus 1. 11 minus 1 means 10. Now we observe. Is it possible to write this 10 as the sum of two perfect squares or not? Yes. Anybody can say, anybody can give the reply in chat box. Is it possible to write this 10 is the sum of two perfect squares? Yes. Vasavi. 3 square plus 1 square, right? Not 3 and 1. Yes. Perfect squares means 3 and 1. 3 square plus 1 square. Very good, Vasavi, and so many people's given response. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for all. So, yes, 10 can be expressed as the sum of two perfect squares. One is 3 square and 1 square. So, by this we understood clearly. What is that? The measurements of a right angle triangle which we supposed to construct on the number line. So what are the measurements? One is 3 centimeter, one is 90 degree, one is 1 centimeter. These are the measurements. With these measurements, we supposed to construct a right angle triangle on the number line. Okay. So let's start our construction. We'll take first number line, right? So on the number line, exactly we have to write the values with 1 unit distance. Exactly 1 unit distance we need to write the values. Suppose if you want to start 0 here, with exactly 1 unit distance, write down 1. Again with exactly 1 unit distance, put 2. Again with exactly 1 unit distance, write down 3. Again with exactly 1 unit distance, write down 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Then let's start the construction now. First, we supposed to use this 3 centimeter measurements. Yes? Video is not properly, huh? Okay, I will try to give them properly the video. So let us take first this 3 centimeter length of the side as a base side. So all of you take your pencil, a scale, draw a line segment on the number line, which is 3 centimeters. Means 0 to 3 centimeters. You draw a line segment. Give a name of the line segment is AB. Like this, draw a line segment on the number line with the distance 3 centimeters and give immediately the distance will be 3 centimeters. Name of the line segment is AB. So like this, 3 centimeters measurements we completed. The next measurement what? Angle value is 90 degree. Angle value is 90 degree. So now take B as a center. Put your protractor properly with B as a center. Make 90 degree angle ray. So 90 degree angle ray. Make 90 degree angle ray with B as a center by the help of the protractor. Clear all of you the second step construction? What is the second step in construction? Draw a angle ray. With B as a center, make 90 degree angle ray. So after completing this 90 degree, we have one more measurement, that is 1 centimeter. Use this 1 centimeter with compass. Take all of you the compass. With the help of compass, take 1 centimeter radius from the scale. Put B as a center. Cut that angle ray like this. B as a center. Cut that angle ray. Like this you cut that angle ray. Make the point as C. Mostly you won't get this much distance for 1 centimeter. Okay, maybe you get here. Remove this. C as a center. This will be 1 centimeter. Join A to C. Join A to C. Got? By using these 3 measurements, there is a triangle. We formed a triangle. A right angle triangle ABC. Right angle triangle ABC. Clear all of your construction? So after getting this right angle triangle, we should apply a Pythagoras theorem, right? So from a right angle triangle ABC, by applying the Pythagoras theorem. Let us apply the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle triangle. Right? What is the name of the right angle triangle? ABC. So, what is the statement of Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. Opposite square plus adjacent square. So in this right angle triangle, which is the hypotenuse? This AC is called the hypotenuse. Because this is the side which is longest side. Why this is the longest side? This is the side which is opposite to the 90 degree. The side which is opposite to the 90 degree is called the longest side, is known as hypotenuse. So we should insert the name in the place of hypotenuse is AC square. Then remaining two sides you take as AB square plus BC square. Clear? Right. Next, let us write the values. AB, what is the measurement of A to B we taken? A to B we took 3 centimeters. B to C we took 1 centimeter. So right here A to B 3 centimeters. B to C 1 centimeter. Finally it is 9 plus 1 which is 10. AC square value is 10. So from this what is AC value? Square root 10. AC measurement is square root 10. So coming to the figure, this AC measurement will be square root 10. But our question is square root 11, not square root 10, right? So what we need to do? We need to do construction again. Which construction? Right angle triangle construction with 1 unit with 1 unit only, because we took in the beginning condition 1 number less, no? That's why. So already we have this longest side. We should consider this longest side as the base side with C as the center. Now put your protractor. Put your protractor with C as the center. Make 90 degree angle ray. 90 degree angle ray. Like this you make 90 degree angle ray. And next with 1 centimeter radius with the help of compass. Take with the help of compass. C as a center. Cut that angle ray. Make that point as D. Join A to D. Join A to D. So we constructed one more right angle triangle. The name of the right angle triangle is ACD. ACD is a one more right angle triangle with the measurement is, this is square root 10 and this we took 1 centimeter, right? So let us apply once again Pythagorean theorem in which right angle triangle? ACD right angle triangle. So listen, from the right angle triangle ACD, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, statement of Pythagorean theorem is hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. By applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle ACD, can I take the shape of ACD triangle separately? ACD right angle triangle. ACD right angle triangle. See, like this we have ACD right angle triangle. ACD right angle triangle. A to C, how many units we have? A to C, we have root 10 units. So A to C is root 10. Here is 1. Here is 90 degree. So now apply the values now. In this triangle ACD, which is the hypotenuse. See, my dear students, please don't leave the meeting until completing the session. You have to stay to completing the session, then only we'll give your attendance. Last 2 minutes we are taking attendance. Please don't leave the meeting in the middle of the session. Somebody left us just now. I took that name, but I don't want to announce that name. I written that name in record. After this session, definitely I will call you. Okay. AC value is root 10, C to D is 1, and AD, which we don't know, that is called hypotenuse of this triangle. So AD square, which is hypotenuse, and remaining two sides are opposite and adjacent square. AC square plus CD square. So AC have root 10 whole square plus 1 whole square. Here square root cancel. 10 plus 1, 11. Which value we got? 11. AD whole square value. Then AD is equals to square root 11. AD value will be root 11. So in our figure, this AD value will be root 11. Now you represent this root 11 value on the number line. That means take a compass, check the radius from A to D. Like this, you check the radius A to D, and with this radius, you draw a mark on the number line. Definitely, you will get more than 3 points. So maybe you will get arc here. This is root 11 values, approximately 3 point something you will get. Clear all of you? Root 11 value on the number line. Yes. Clear all of you? Root 11 number line. More any doubts, ma, from the same topic? Please, more you want to ask any doubts from the last class concepts or homework, you can ask me. Otherwise, today I will take the concept is representation of real numbers on the number line. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to all. Let's continue the next topic. Now today's topic is representation of real numbers on the number line. Representation of real numbers on the number line. What prime factorization? I'm not able to understanding that question. Please once again you post your question, madam. Let us see this question topic. Representation of real numbers on the number line. So this is the topic of today's class. Actually, real number. Teacher, show problem one. Show the problem ones. Which problem, Sahasra? Root 11 problem, huh? Is it root 11 question, madam? Sahasra? Yes. Okay. Take root 11 question. Up to root 10 is this. And its continuity is here. Clear, Sahasra? Is it okay? Shall I continue the next topic? Okay, ma, fine. So now the topic is representation of real numbers on the number line. Right. So n number of times we discussed real numbers. Real numbers means what? Set of rationals or irrationals together are called real numbers. Real numbers definition what? Set of rationals and irrationals together. Union. This symbol known as union. Capital Q means set of rational numbers. Capital Q dash means set of irrational numbers. Both together known as real numbers. Set of real numbers is represented by the Q union Q dash, right? So as I discussed, already we completed how to represent rational numbers on the number line, how to represent irrational numbers on the number line. Now we are in representing real numbers on the number line. See, you know these two already, right? You know these two already, right? You know how to represent rational numbers on the number line. Harshita, my video is not clear. Yes, now it is okay. Representing rational numbers on the number line as we completed already. What is crass? And representing irrational numbers on the number line. Just now we completed the topic. What is crass, ma? Now it is okay. No. What about now? Now it is okay. I took horizontally. Now it is vertically. No problem. Which is comfortable you? That I will put. Vertically is it okay? Okay. Representation of real numbers on the number line. Real numbers means rationals and irrationals together are called real numbers. Set of real numbers is denoted by capital R. Q means rational, Q dash means irrationals. Till date, we discussed how to represent rational numbers on the number line, how to represent irrationals on the number line. So our topic today, real numbers. How to represent real numbers on the number line. Of course, rationals and irrationals are called real numbers, right? So once you see the question how they are going to ask on real number. Example 1. Visualize 2.38 bar on the number line. This is the question, for example. Visualize 2.38 bar on the number line. Okay, ma. Let us see. 2.38 bar. See, now I am going to ask a question. Be ready to post the answer in chat box. Is this given decimal 2.38 bar is a terminating decimal? That is the question. Is 2.38 bar? Very good, Vasavi. No. After Sahasra. Okay, okay. Right. Fine. Yes. 2.38 bar is not a terminating decimal. Next question. Then 2.38 bar is a which decimal? Which decimal? If it is not a terminating decimal, then it is a which decimal? Non-terminating. Non-terminating means wrong, no? Again in non-terminating we have to. Very good. Non-terminating recurring decimal. Very good. Non-terminating, non-recurring wrong, madam. Pranavakyata. Non-terminating, non-recurring is wrong. Non-terminating, recurring decimal is right. Hema Jasmine, Sahasra, very good. Yes, 2.38 bar is a non-terminating recurring decimal. Yes, is given that 2.38 bar is a non-terminating recurring decimal. Recurring is nothing but repeating decimal. That means, shall we write this 2.38888 so on? Because here for 8 is the bar. For 8 is there no bar. That means this digit 8 is repeating. Is repeating. What is period of this problem? Next question. What is the period of this 2.38 bar? Yes, 2.38 bar low period. 8. Very good answer. 8 is the right answer. Deekshita. Very good. Period is 8, not 100. Very good, Deekshita. And also afterwards, so many people is given. Sanjana, you also right. Very good. The next question. What is the periodicity of this 2.38 bar? Vasavi, yes, 1 is the right answer. After that, Monica and so many people, Soumyas. Very good. Hima, Jasmine, Sri Pooja also gave. Periodicity means 1. Very good, ma. Period is 8. Periodicity is 1. See, once again, I am explaining what is period and what is periodicity. Clearly, you listen the definitions of period and periodicity. Definitions of period and periodicity. Period is nothing but in non-terminating recurring decimal, the digit which is repeating. Listen all of you clearly. Period definition. Period definition. I written in shortcut PD. Period. Periodicity. Period definition is in non-terminating recurring decimal, the digit which is repeating is known as the period. See, there is a chance to ask these 2 questions for 1 mark. Define period and periodicity. Define period and periodicity. What is the definition of period? In non-terminating recurring decimal, the digit which is repeating is known as period. What is periodicity definition? In non-terminating recurring decimal, how many digits are repeating? In non-terminating recurring decimal, the number of digits repeating are known as periodicity. So in this decimal, only 1 digit is repeating. So that 1 is called periodicity. Clear all of you the definitions of period and periodicity? Now we are going to represent this value on the number line. Visualize 2.38 bar on the number line. Okay. Let me see how we are going to represent this 2.38 bar on the number line. So first we need to write the steps for that. Is given that the number is 2.38 bar. Nothing but 2.3888 so on. Clear? So first you see the single digit decimal. Please listen clearly all of you. The single digit decimal you have to listen first. Means step 1. Step 1. Single digit decimal is 2.3, right? This 2.3 lies between 2 and 3. Like this, we require to write the steps first. Step 1. In step 1, we'll take single digit. Or else first you take number, whole number. You take only 2. Whole part. Not decimal part. You take first whole part. Whole part is 2, no? This 2 lies between 1 and 2. Clear? In step 1, we are taking only whole part. Okay, whole part. 2 lies between 1 and 2. Then step 2. Take single digit part 2.3. This 2.3 lies between 2 and 3. Like that. Anyway. So this is the last 5 minutes it seems. Step 3. We'll take next decimal 2.33. 2.33. This 2.33 is lies between. We should write the numbers on the number line. So first we'll take number line. We'll write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So on. First 2 is lies between 1 and 3, sorry. 2 is lies between 1 and 3. Whole part 2 is lies between 1 and 3. Means from this 1 and 3 will take 2 part. Right? This is 1 and 3 between will take 2.0, 2.1, 2.2. Anyway, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 like that. Next, anyway, we'll continue tomorrow. Video is not clear. So if you have any doubts till now, you can ask me. Last few minutes is there. Girls, my dear students, if you have any doubts, you can ask me till now. What we discussed.